Flex work is a reality for most of us now, whether it's 2 or 3 days that you're working from home or 2 or 3 days in the office. And as leaders, we have virtual teams, and often we might have people working all over the place. So it's harder to connect with them than ever before. Back in the office, there were those opportunities for sort of random coffees, to chat looking over your shoulder. You could see someone there, but a lot of the time that's gone now. And the question becomes, how do you connect with your team members? Now, there's a lot of complicated fix about, being a much better leader and emotional intelligence, but there's some really easy fixes, in particular 3 fixes, which are pretty technical, that don't involve a lot of development, that you could do in about half an hour. So I've got 3 tips here and a bonus tip. And the 3 tips are, think about when you're on camera hygiene, get it right, but think about your sound, your light, and your eye contact. Let's start with the sound. People are more put off in a meeting or a Zoom meeting or a team meeting by poor quality sound than they are by poor quality visuals. But how many times are you in meetings where it's really an echoey room or it's hard to hear the person? So the first thing is fix the sound. Ideally, you'll get a good microphone, but let's go for the cheaper fixes than that. A very simple thing to do is move your mouth closer to the microphone and try not to be in an echoey room. So fix the sound. I've got some other tips around getting the right kind of microphones and that, but fix the sound as a starter. So it sounds going to right, now people can hear you. The second one is get your visuals right. I'm still surprised about how often people get onto a meeting or a Zoom meeting camera and you can't really see their faces. There's this guy I know, he's well known, he's a big time speaker. In a meeting the other day, he was in a hotel where he normally isn't, and his whole face was in shadow, and it was really hard to connect with him. So how do you fix that? And the shadow is one of the biggest problems. Pretty easy fix. Turn your camera or your screen to face the light source. And I'm here with a window and a light behind me. Turn it to face the light source. Now normally, when we set up our screens, we put it away from the window, the light, so we can see the screen more easily, which is great for seeing the screen, but it makes it hard for people to see our faces. So turn your camera, your laptop, wherever it is, your screen, face the light source. Then the light's coming in from behind, and even though you can't see the screen as well, people can see your faces really easily. Now again, you could get all sorts of complicated light fixes like ring lights, but here's a really easy fix. A, turn it towards the light source, but B, just get your desk lamp, point it up to the wall and have the desk lamp pointing off the wall behind you onto your face. So now you fix the light. You've got your sound happening, less echo, your mouth is closer to the microphone, you've got good light, and a couple other things. Don't wear things like baseball caps or sunglasses in your meetings. I know no one's doing that, but the baseball caps. Keep your face nice and light. Think about what it's like when you're talking to someone in real life and how it's good to see the whole face. And the third one, and this is a little bit of a harder one, but again, no huge emotional trick, is make eye contact directly with the camera, not with the faces of the people in your meeting. So think about what this is like when I'm talking to you like this. Hi, how you doing? Welcome to the meeting. Or when I'm talking to you like this about setting up your camera right. Now, when I'm talking to you like this, it is harder to connect with me. When I'm talking to you looking directly into the camera like this, it's easier to connect. The downside is I can't see the expressions of the people in my meeting. So you need to learn to talk to someone whom you can't see. It's a bit of a challenge. Start to do it when you're talking to your team, but also do it when they're responding to someone you've asked them about. So they're responding, they're talking to you, and suddenly they see you doing this and they're thinking, well, why did they ask me what my opinion is when they're not interested? So make that eye contact and you kind of look through the camera. Think about those newsreaders at night and you'll get a new respect for them who are looking right at the camera and they look like they're talking straight at you. And of course, I always think they are talking straight at me, and how they're actually reading off a teleprompter. So first tip, get the sound. That's the most important one. Remove echoes and things. Second one, make sure that you're facing the light source rather than away from it. It should be behind you. And third one, when you're talking to any team member or in team meetings, look into the camera rather than onto the screen. Now, a little trick there is you can often move in Zoom and Teams, you can often move the people's faces right up near the camera, wherever that is, often on top of the screen. And so when you flick up and down, it's not as big a move. And here's my bonus tip. It's worth getting some good equipment and it's worth getting a bit of coaching. It's worth spending a half an hour with someone. It's the kind of work I do. Just someone else at the other end, and you just have a little of a play around. Move the things in your office, maybe invest in a good microphone and a camera, and I've got a tip sheet around those. Maybe invest in those, and once you've got the settings right, every time you go into a meeting, you just, a minute beforehand, turn on the lamp, face it to the wall, get your mic right, and get into the mindset of looking into the camera. So it's hard enough for you as a leader to connect with your team in this hybrid and virtual environment without getting these very, very simple fixes out the way. Sound, light, look into the camera, get your setup going, it's the bonus tip, and get it right for whenever you're meeting. It's always set up. And you've automatically made it like, I don't know, 60, 70, maybe 80% easier to connect with your team. There's my tips. Hard enough being a leader as it is. Don't let the sort of mechanical things get in the way.